Okay, now you have the floor, Congressman Ace Barbers.
Okay, salamat po. A few weeks ago, merong balita tungkol sa kontrata ng Embassy of the People's Republic of China with Infinitus Marketing Solutions Incorporated. This is a domestic corporation based in Makati City and established in 2019. Infinitus positions itself as a company in integrated marketing and communications. They have recently come under intense scrutiny for its alleged role in a covert agreement with the Embassy of the People's Republic of China as exposed by former Senator Tol Tolentino. At the heart of the controversy ay ang reported operation of troll farms, tasked with spreading disinformation and pro-China narratives, particularly those supporting Beijing's sweeping claims over the West Philippine Sea, which raises urgent concerns about foreign interference, national sovereignty, and the manipulation of public discourse. May I ask, I don't know if it's clear, Mr. Chairman, kung nababasa ninyo.
Pwede natin zoom yan. O yan, go ahead.
Pakisum
So
ng
yan
konti
yung
yan.
cheque that was paid
Yeah.
by the Chinese Embassy.
During the previous Senate hearings, a service agreement was presented by Senator Tolentino that appears to be signed by a Chinese embassy official by the name of Wu Chengqi and Infinitus Marketing Director Maika Basco Pointon. This was in August of 2023. A check worth 930,000 pesos from the Bank of China issued under the account of the Chinese Embassy and in favor of Infinitus was also presented by Senator Tolentino. The company's alleged role is to recruit the so-called keyboard warriors. No? Nakalagay po dyan. No? Sa slide number 3, please. Can you please show another slide? Ayan po. Naka-emphasize dyan no? Na talagang to recruit so-called keyboard warriors, potentially Filipino citizens, to operate fake social media accounts. So ngayon, we come to the more important part, Mr. Chairman. If we look at the service agreement, makikita po natin sa isang bahagi nito ang pagbanggit ng tinatawag nilang keyboard warriors, na emphasize pa nga po dyan, na tinagurian pa nilang dedicated, dapat, at loyal sa kanilang organisasyon. Now, the use of this term raises several questions. Dahil klaro po to this body that there is no other interpretation for this word. Alam naman po siguro nating lahat na ang salitang ito ay commonly used to refer to trolls in the internet o yung mga taong aggressively and abusively posts on the internet. Pag sinabi mo kasing keyboard warrior, ito po ay sa ating pagkakalam, ito po ay trolls. No? And the fact that this is being used in a contract and in relation to an issue management project points directly to coordinated online behavior. Katakataka rin po, Mr. Chairman, ang paggamit po nila ng term na issue management project, while this can mean any number of things, pero paired with keyboard warriors, nagmumukha po talaga itong isang deliberate effort to shape the narratives online. And since this is a contract with the Chinese Embassy, medyo concerning lamang po, Mr. Chair, kasi kung anumang political narrative o campaign ang nais nilang iparating sa publiko, medyo meron pong tumatrabaho niyan. Yung nga yung sinasabi nating keyboard warriors. Now, I'd like to show you sino ba yung Infinitus na kakontrata ng Chinese Embassy? So, sino nga ba si Infinitus? Sino ba ang nagpapalakad nito o namamalakad dito? Ayon sa kanilang Articles of Incorporation, pwede bang iangat yan ng konti? Nakikita natin ngayon na merong mga Pilipinong incorporators ang
Paki-zoom nga muna, paki-zoom, para makita natin yung mga incorporators of the Infinitus.
Meron pong mga Pilipino incorporators ang kumpanyang ito. Pero kung titingnan nating mabuti, mukhang lumalabas na po na isa na namang Chinese-run company ito. Kung makikita natin, ang mga incorporators ng kumpanya ay ang mga pangalan Ruby Gestiada, Christine Lee, Min Lee, Pin Lee, Maika Isabel Basco. Ngunit, according to Mr. Pin Lee himself, when he attended the hearing, he is also married to a Filipina incorporator. Isang detalye na nagpapakita, Mr. Chairman, that despite there being 3 Filipino owners, mukhang talagang Chinese naman po ang nagpapatakbo ng kumpanyang ito. Bago po tayo tumuloy sa issue na yan, tingnan po muna natin ang Infinitus as a company. Ano ba ang kanilang activity? Ano bang nangyari sa kanilang kumpanya? Can you please show the next slide? Ito, napakahalaga po nito. Kung nakikita ninyo, Mr. Chair, kung titingnan natin yung kanilang audited financial statement, makikita natin na negative na ang retained earnings nila. Ibig sabihin, sila po ay lugi. No? Umabot na ang kanilang deficit na halos 30.6 million pesos as of the end of 2023. Mukhang nabubuhay lang itong kumpanyang ito, Mr. Chairman, dahil sa shareholder advances. Ika nga, yung mga may-ari ay nag-a-advance, no? Nahigit na po 26 million pesos. Pero ang catch dito, Mr. Chairman, wala doon sa asset column ang mga advances na ito. Ibig sabihin, nagastos na ang pondo at wala tayong nakikitang kita nila o asset ng kanilang kumpanya na kapalit. Even more concerning, Mr. Chair, is the fact na daang milyong piso na ang hawak ng kumpanya under shareholders' advances. Pero hanggang sa ngayon, hindi pa rin klaro kung para saan ito at sino ang nagbibigay. Nakalagay pa sa records na non-interest bearing and payable on demand ang advances ng ito, ng mga incorporators na ito, ng shareholders na ito. Pero wala tayong makita kahit simpleng breakdown kung paano ginamit ang pondo o kung sino ang mga involved. Mr. Chair, this is a red flag that demands scrutiny. Mr. Chairman, one can only surmise that Infinitus may be functioning not as a legitimate company, but perhaps as a financial pass-through, or worse, for funding activities with no clear commercial return. What is truly shocking, Mr. Chairman, is that despite the financial hemorrhage that this company is experiencing right now, based on that record, and absence of sustainable revenue, the company has continued to receive payments from foreign entities, including the checks, or the check shown earlier, issued by the Chinese embassy to Infinitus. Now, can you move to the next slide, please? Mr. Chair, kailangan din nating i-point out na walang designated treasurer. Ito, nakakapagtaka po ito, na walang designated treasurer ang kumpanya base sa kanilang 2024 GIS. Linawin ko lang, Mr. Chair, na lahat na pinapakita natin dito ay nakuha po namin through open sources. Ito po ay mga submissions nila sa SEC. Pero makikita natin na dyan, yung Miss Maika Pointon, ang pumirma doon sa kanilang 2023 amended annual ITR bilang treasurer ng kumpanyang ito daw. No? Malinaw po na may inconsistency dito at posibleng may misrepresentation sa kanilang official filings. Dahil dito, nananawagan tayo sa ating mga regulatory agencies, BIR, SEC, na tingnan po nating mabuti ito. Tukuyin ang tunay na likas na mga transaksyong ito. No, failing this, Mr. Chairman, I am afraid that it will only deepen the suspicion that these advances may have originated from entities with interest far beyond what is reflected on paper. Mabigat po kasi ang implikasyon nito, Mr. Chairman. Hindi lang sa compliance, kundi national security na rin. At this point, Mr. Chair, we can only speculate. But what little we see already calls for an immediate investigation. In the next slide, I will show you, ito po si Miss Maika Basco. No? Sa kanyang Facebook page, yung kanyang followers ay mahigit 364,000, no? Isa siya sa mga Filipino incorporators nitong Infinitus na ito, Mr. Chair. At base sa aming impormasyon na nakalap, mukhang isa rin po siyang social media personality o influencer. Kasi sa laki ng kanyang followers, no? 364,000 yung kanyang followers. Sa Instagram naman, meron din siyang follower na 357,000. Ayun sa left side po. So dito sa Facebook, 364,000. Sa Instagram, 357,000. So ayon sa kanilang latest GIS, o General Information Sheet na isinabmit ng Infinitus, itong si Miss Maika, siya rin po ang tinalagang corporate secretary. If you recall kanina, pinakita natin, pumirma siya bilang isang treasurer. No? Sa kanyang sinabmit na dokumento, sinasabi doon na siya po ay treasurer ng kumpanyang ito. Pero dito sa impormasyon na ito, itong Infinitus Market, itong GIS ng pinaka-latest nilang GIS, kitang-kita po na siya rin ang pumipirma bilang corporate secretary. Ayan po sa baba, Maika Isabel Pointon. So hindi ba nakakapagtaka at ito isang red flag? Bukod sa non-compliance, merong malaking tanong na naiiwan sa isipan ng ating mga kababayan. Now, As a corporate secretary, Mr. Chairman, si Ms. Maika pumirma po dun sa audited financial statement ng Infinitus. As a side note, this part of the financial statement should not have been signed by the corporate secretary. Under the SEC rules, the statement of management responsibility for the financial statements must be signed by both the president and the treasurer, hindi po yung corporate secretary, who are accountable for the accuracy and integrity of the company's financial reporting. Pero sa base sa pinakauling GIS nga nila, nakita natin na walang itinalagang treasurer si Infinitus. Ano ba? Wala pong pinakita na treasurer doon. Compliance po under SEC rules na yung presidente at yung treasurer po ang magsasubmit, no, ng ganitong mga ano. So again, this is another red flag, Mr. Chairman. Kung walang treasurer, ang kumpanya, ang ibig sabihin nito, walang opisyal na responsable sa pamamahala ng pera ng kumpanya at sa pagprotekta ng mga pondo nito. Lalo na't may malaking halaga ng shareholder advances, 26 million as was shown earlier, no, yung advances ng mga shareholders. At malaking pagkakalugi ng kumpanya, no? They are running on deficit of more or less around 30 million pesos. Ang kawalan ng treasurer ay nagpapataas ng pagdududa sa internal controls at pananagutan at pagiging mapagkakatiwalaan ng mga financial disclosures ng kumpanyang Infinitus. Kung ito lang po sana ang nag-iisang irregularity na nakita natin dito sa kumpanyang Infinitus na ito, abay, siguro pwede nating pikit matang sabihin okay lang. Pero as you will see later, Mr. Chair, there are other irregularities that bring suspicion to the company as well as its dealings with the Chinese embassy. Can you show please the next slide? Kita niyo po yung service agreement ng Infinitus at ng Chinese embassy. Makikita natin dito na may yet another designation of Ms. Pointon in the company, now as the alleged marketing director of Infinitus. Kanina, siya ay corporate secretary. Sa isang dokumento, siya ay isang treasurer. Ngayon naman po, siya naman po ay isang, nakalagay po, ay bilang isang marketing director ng Infinitus. Ay dito, yan, kitang-kita natin dyan sa service agreement na yan. No? Ang Infinitus and their service agreement with the People's Republic, the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, with Ms. Pointon as the representative of the company. So if we look at the service agreement, Mr. Chair, na ayon naman sa Infinitus representative sa kanilang pagharap doon sa Senado, ay ito daw po ay hindi totoo. Makikita po natin na ito ay may letterhead ng Infinitus, ayun, no? And appears to be signed by Ms. Pointon, nandun sa baba, ayan yung signature. Ang ibig sabihin lang, hindi raw, sinasabi nila, that if you look at the lower right portion of the agreement, the signature which appears there are signatures that we have seen a while ago in the GIS and AFS, or the Audited Financial Statement of Infinitus. Ito po ang signature ni Ms. Pointon. No? Ang ibig sabihin, hindi daw po totoo. Pero pag tiningnan mo ang mga pirma, ay tumutugma sa mga pirma ng officers ng Infinitus. Kasi dinedeny po nila itong service agreement na ito. Sabi nila, hindi daw sila yan. Hindi daw kanilang ano yan. Pero if you look at closely, the signature of Ms. Pointon in the three documents that I've shown earlier, makikita nyo, pare-parehas po yung kanilang signature. Bilang isang corporate secretary, bilang isang treasurer, at ito naman dito bilang marketing director. So, in the next slide, makikita po natin na, ayan, kitang-kita po, iisa at magkakamuka ang mga signature ni Ms. Maika Isabel Pointon, which Infinitus representative during the Senate inquiry was vehemently denying. So, mukhang niloloko tayo nito. Di ba? Hindi po tayo expert sa signature, pero kung kayo tumingin yan, tingnan nyo nga, anong makikita nyo? Halos magkakamuka at pare-pareho, isang tao lamang ang pumirma. So, now, please next slide. Show the next slide. Ayan. Mas lalo pong nakakabahala, Mr. Chairman, na lalo na't may malinaw na koneksyon ang Infinitus sa Chinese Embassy. Ayon po sa ating naging pahayag ng isang direktor ng Infinitus during I think the Senate, no, his appearance in the Senate, he denied the very existence of the contract which I showed earlier. Sabi niya, hindi amin yan, hindi totoo yan. Fake daw yun. So, instead, he alleged that any payments received by Infinitus from the Chinese embassy daw yung kung check kanina na 930,000 pesos, sinasabi niya, were in connection with the services rendered for an event organized by the Chinese Embassy entitled the Award for Promoting Philippines-China Understanding, which was held at the Manila Hotel on June 8, 2023. So sinabi po niya, yung 930,000 na cheque, inamin niyang bayad sa kanila yon. Pero ito daw ay in connection with the services rendered dahil according to them, they are also event organizers. So aside from this, kinumpirma rin po ni Mr. Pin Lee, no, that they are the PR company for the Chinese Embassy. Kung kaya naman, publicly accessible social media posts from Infinitus also reflect past engagements with the Chinese Embassy. Obviously, Mr. Chair, they are not denying their connection with the Chinese Embassy. Lahat po ng posting nila sa kanilang account, Facebook account, puro Chinese Embassy. So however, itong mga recent findings po natin ay nagpapakita na ang ugnayan ito ay hindi simpleng partnership lamang. These recent revelations shed light on just how deep, how embedded, and possibly how coordinated this relationship truly is. At base sa nilalaman ng mga dokumentong hawak natin ngayon, then this is no longer just a corporate arrangement. This touches already on national interest and security. So sa totoo lang, next slide please, base sa mga dokumento na hawak natin ng kumiting ito, si Mr. Wu Chengqi, na Director of Media and Public Relations ng Chinese Embassy, mismo ang pumirma dun sa service agreement bilang representative ng embassy. Makikita naman din natin na sa mga litratong naka-flash ngayon dyan, ni si Mr. Wu Chengqi ay dumadalo rin sa mga events ng Infinitus. Pinapakita lamang nito na ang kanilang relasyon ay hindi lamang transactional, gaya ng sinasabi ng representative nung siya po'y humarap sa Senado. His presence both in documents and actual engagements establishes a pattern of collaboration between Infinitus and Chinese Embassy. Kaya naman, Mr. Chair, at this point, I want to make a manifestation na there is a coordinated disinformation campaign or coordinated disinformation campaigns orchestrated by a foreign government through troll farms constitute a grave threat to Philippine national security, especially amid ongoing disputes in the West Philippine Sea. While the full extent of Infinitus movement is yet to be determined, its documented ties to the Chinese Embassy demand thorough and urgent investigation by this honorable committee. This honorable committee must exercise its full authority to hold accountable all individuals found complicit in foreign-directed disinformation that undermines Philippine sovereignty and Philippine national interest. So, yun po, Mr. Chairman, I would have asked questions directly to the representative sana ng Infinitus kung siya po ay naka-attend. Dahil hindi po siya umattend, pinakita ko na lamang po yung produkto ng research ng kumiting ito tungkol po sa involvement ng Infinitus gaya ng binanggit ni Senator Tolentino. So, thank you, Mr. Chair.